Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to our Empty Nest Adventures. Well, guess what? We're going on a cruise again.
I can't wait.
But this time we're not taking to the skies to get to our cruise. We're taking to the rails. That's right. We're taking the Amtrak all the way across the country on the Empire Builder.
So is this going to be a dream trip or a nightmare?
I can't wait to see this roomette.
Welcome to Living Phase 2.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Nancy, and we're empty nesters striving to live life to the fullest.
And we are living that full life, taking the Amtrak for 3 days all the way across the northern United States and sharing that adventure with you.
We sure are, friends. Well, today we have left Grand Rapids. We took the Amtrak to Chicago, and now we are on our way from Chicago to Seattle in our teeny tiny little roomette here. We're squeezed in like sardines.
Yeah. So you're going to get to see me crawl up on this bunk bed up here and as we put this all together, and we're just going to see how it all works out. We're going to share the whole experience with you and just let you know, do we think that Amtrak is something for you? So come along with us.
The boarding process when you have a roomette or a bedroom is very easy. They escort you from the Metropolitan Lounge right to the train and you board first. Now your sleeping car attendant will point you directly to your room. This is us. This is us.
We left Chicago right on time and we're on our way across the western half of the U.S. It's tight.
I think I'm taller than this car is long.
Yeah, I got a feeling that's gonna happen.
We decided to explore the train a bit, and so we headed to the observation car. Now the observation car is full of windows giving you more of a panoramic view, and the seats face the windows and they're very comfortable.
Well, we're here in the observation car, and we just finished up our first dinner.
It was actually really good.
It was. We both ended up with the steak. I'm surprised you didn't order the salmon. I was surprised.
I'm going to have that tomorrow night.
Okay. And that, as a reminder, that's included. An alcoholic beverage is included, so you get a appetizer, your main entree, and the dessert.
Right.
No, I was plenty pleased with it. It was fine.
I was too.
Yeah. And, so far everything's been fine. The roomette is very small.
Yes.
We'll get some more video of that and show you guys, but it's a little tight in there. But now we're in the observation car, and it's, it's nice.
There's a lot of people in here.
Yeah. So, but no, I think so far we're enjoying it, and everything. Service has been great. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, after dinner, it was already late and time to head for bed. Here we are walking through the coach car.
All right, well, we're gonna start getting this roomette ready here. Nancy's gonna do the best she can filming. It's pretty tight. So first thing I'm gonna do is try to lay the seats flat. Okay, so let me see. I think you push this down, I'm guessing.
We were able to put our backpacks under the seats. There you go.
Okay, if I can figure out
look at that.
If I can figure out a seat on the Delta One manually, I think I can figure this out.
You can figure out an Amtrak.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay.
Honestly, the square footage of this is about the same size as Delta One.
Yeah, it's one seat. Okay, so let me get this. Okay. And then here's your mattress.
Okay.
Okay. Right there, hon. Okay. All right, here's your blanket.
Okay.
And your pillow. Okay.
Okay.
And then here's mine up here. Okay. And there we're in.
Okay, thank you. Look
okay.
at that.
Honestly, it's not. I've been worse. So I'm up here. I got it all settled in, and I think we're it's doable. So
I hope we get some sleep. We slept so poorly last night.
Honestly, though, the rocking of the train. I mean, the thing is, I was so tired. I think I already napped today quite a bit. So, but anyway, I'm gonna give it a shot. So we'll see.
Just don't roll out of bed.
Yeah, we'll see. It does have a cage here.
I really think you should do me a favor. Please put that up because
it goes like here, like that. It goes in there like that.
Oh, you got it in easy.
There.
All right.
Okay. Well, we're gonna call that good for tonight.
Good night, sweetheart.
Yeah, love you.
Love you.
Okay.
All right.
That's strong coffee.
Have to tell me how it is. Well, good morning, Mike.
Good morning. All right. I have to admit, I actually slept really good. Now, it could be that I only got 3 hours of sleep the night before, since we had to get up at 3 in the morning to catch the train. But honestly, the bunk bed thing, it really wasn't bad for me. How'd you do?
I actually slept pretty good last night too, surprisingly. But again, the night before, I know I only had about 3 hours of sleep, and I know that played into it. But really, I didn't hear anything. I brought earplugs, so I wore those. My CPAP was kind of awkward in here. I mean, there's just no table or place to put it, so I actually had it down towards the foot of the bed where I felt like I wouldn't bump it or move it, and so
but it worked.
It worked. Yeah, it worked. Less than ideal, but it worked.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, I think I only had to get up once during the night, and I heard you stirring, and because it's quite the gymnastics to get down from up there.
I appreciate you sleeping up there, but also I wanted to say I didn't think the mattress was that bad. I mean, I've heard horror stories.
Yeah, I've read a lot of things that basically say, well, there wasn't even a mattress. Well, there is. It's about a 2-inch piece of foam. It's certainly not, some fancy Tempur-Pedic or something. I mean, I did Boy Scouts for 15 years, as a leader and all that. So, I mean, for me, it was like going camping again.
That's a good way. I like a firmer bed anyway, so I was okay with a thin mattress.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, if just be prepared. It is not a super comfortable thing, but it works. It works. Yeah. So what about the movement in the train, the stops during the night? Did that disturb you?
Early on, I mean, I think like up till about 11:30. We went to bed, about?
Gosh, it was early, 9 or so. Yeah, it was pretty early.
I was still hearing them make announcements about 11:30 that, we got next stop, that kind of thing. But after that, then I didn't hear anything more. So that was good. Okay.
Yeah, same with me. I mean, I would stir, I mean, it's not super restful. It's better than on an airplane, but, you'd stir. But no, overall, I think the first night was a good experience. We'll see how the second night goes.
Yeah, but I mean, it's relatively quiet. You hear movement, and I would occasionally hear people walking through because the door's right here. So, anyway.
Okay, well, you've made a breakfast reservation for us. We're waiting for our name to be called, and we'll show you what breakfast is like. Be careful.
Breakfast choices on the menu were French toast, an omelet, scrambled eggs, breakfast quesadilla, or a continental breakfast. Now, Mike and I chose the omelet, which was a good hearty breakfast. But you see the banana? They ran out of those after a day and a half.
Where we are.
Our daughter almost got stationed here in the air office. We are in Minot. This is one of the longer stops.
Minot, North Dakota.
Beautiful station. So there's the observation car right here with the windows.
The cafe is just below the observation deck.
Yeah. Here's the two engines. That one looks fairly new, at least clean.
Well, we just had a nice talk with the sleeping car attendant. He gave us some good information.
Yeah, it was nice, and I think that always goes to things we've said in some other videos. Just talk to people, right? Find out what's out there. And we asked him about. So as an example, this is the Empire Builder. So you may or may not know Amtrak names their different major routes. In fact, they name all their trains. So this is the one that goes from Chicago to Seattle. I asked him, and there are actually 5 physical trains on the route at any one time. So they're cycling through. They have different train numbers, but they're all called the Empire Builder. So I thought that was kind of interesting. They usually, the conductors will make an announcement if you're going to be more than, say, 2 to 3 hours late. If you're less than an hour or so late, they figure they can either make that up or it's not really going to impact people too much. Yeah. So they may or may not tell you that.
They don't have timetables like they used to. I remember taking the Southwest Chief, which is another Amtrak train line, quite often from when we lived in Albuquerque to my family in Hutchinson, Kansas. And I'd take the kids back and forth several times a year on the train. It was an easy way to travel, but I always had a timetable and I was watching, are we on time? And yeah,
I'm guessing you could probably generate your own. You could get on Amtrak and say, we just left Minot, North Dakota. We probably could have said, okay, well, when was the train scheduled to be there and depart? And you could kind of figure it out yourself. But yeah, they don't just hand you that slip of paper anymore. A couple other things that I didn't know. So if you do have some mobility issues, like you can't, this train does rock a lot and going between train cars. So if you're not steady on your feet, your cabin attendant or your sleeping car attendant will actually go to the dining car and bring your food out here to you. So, that's something I didn't know that he would do. Really, he said he's just here to help you with anything that you may need. So he said, don't ever hesitate. He goes, if there's something you want at all, just ask, and he's here to help you out. So as a couple of examples, he obviously will make your bed, take your bed down. If you need an extra pillow, which I did last night, he got that for me. And, and he knows because he's actually been doing this route for 10 years, all on the Empire Builder. So he's kind of seen it all. But let's keep on heading down the tracks to Seattle.
Menu choices at lunch included a Caesar salad, grilled cheese, hamburger, patty melt, chili. However, I ordered a hot dog off the kids' menu. Now Mike ordered the patty melt, and while it was no Portillo's hot dog, both were quite good. The nice thing about eating in the dining room or in the dining car is you've got a great view out the window.
Okay, we're in Harve, Montana for a little break.
Now, some train stops are very short, but others are longer, and it's a good opportunity to get off the train and stretch your legs. A lot of times there'll be interesting things to see, like this old locomotive here.
So there is a shower that's available. And they've got different conditioners, soap, shampoo, lotions, bars of soap. Here's your pile of towels right here, although it takes up the seat. And it's not a bad size shower. About the size of what you get on a cruise ship. So, haven't tried it yet though. As we continued to head west, we entered Glacier National Park and saw some beautiful sights. The wildfires in Canada and their smoke coming down really made for a beautiful sunset. Well, our second night here. It's about 6 in the morning, and we're about 6 hours outside of 5 hours or so outside of Seattle. Nancy, how'd you sleep down there?
I actually didn't sleep too bad, but I'll be glad to be in a real bed tonight.
Oh, me too. Me too.
It's so tiny here. I mean, it's even hard just to get dressed, and I shouldn't complain, but I mean, it worked. It worked, but it's just tiny.
Yeah, yeah. So got my cage up here. Keep from falling down. And, well, I guess we'll get dressed and head out for breakfast. So you plugged your CPAP in over here.
Yeah, it had to just sit at the foot of my bed. And you really have to put it away every night because there's no room for it in here. I have a pro tip. If you're going to stay in a roomette, you've got to have some sort of like flip-flops or shoes you can slide into really easy. Like you've got those Skechers that you slide into. Yeah, because you're going to want to take your shoes off, but you need to be able to get them on quickly, and you don't want to walk over to the bathroom without any kind of shoes on.
Well, they even make announcements. Don't walk around the train without
footwear.
Shoes.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's an issue.
Oh, he's getting coffee. I was going to say, got somebody coming through. Okay.
So you're doing more filming?
Oh, yes.
So we do see a lot of beautiful things, but we also don't always see the best parts of the country.
But thankfully, those sights are infrequent. Really, most of the scenery riding across the western United States is absolutely spectacular.
So here is a bedroom. You get, so it's got a pull down here, but then this also turns into a bed here. You have your own sink. And coming on in, you have an extra seat here with some over rack storage. About the same size window here, looking out over Seattle as we're coming in. And if you come over here is the bathroom. And technically it is a shower, which is right here. It's a kind of a wet room, but you've got your toilet here. So, I mean, it's certainly a lot more room in here.
You at least have room to get dressed.
Yes, you do. You can stand up in here, you can walk around, you can, yeah. So, it's, yeah. So this is the difference. For us, it would have been double the cost. And for the ones we looked at, it was about $500 more to have this. I think if it was only that, this would have been worth it.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Yeah, it looks like those wildflowers are right there. Dang. Oh, look at the sun. Get the sun, how red it is.
Here's the beautiful Puget Sound, and the train tracks literally go right on the edge of the sound. Well, we've been in this tunnel now for what, 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Not a lot to see.
Oh,
hey, that was perfect timing. Yeah.
We'll travel with Amtrak. We're close.
Yeah, that was good timing. Well, we're about, what do we say, maybe an hour and a half out of Seattle. So we thought we'd go ahead and use this time to give you kind of a cost comparison, let you know the value side of this, and does it even make financial sense, or is it really more of kind of a splurge, or is it really economical to ride the train? So we've done some research and tried to go apples with airline flights and with the train. So I picked a date that was actually out in January. Now, when we took this train, it was $1,800 for the roomette for 2 people.
Over Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, well, during Labor Day week. We left on Labor Day. So this is a holiday weekend, so it was more expensive. So I wanted to give a more fair comparison. So looking out in January, it ends up that this same roomette would be about $1,100 then, so about $550 a person. And if you got the bedroom, it would be about $1,700 for 2 people. And that works out pretty well when you're talking about, $850 a person. That's not too bad. The roomette when I booked, the bedroom when I booked this was about $3,200. So it was crazy. It was almost twice the cost.
You could go on a cruise for that.
You could. So
Yeah.
hence why we got the roomette instead. Now a coach ticket, riding in coach, was only about $150 a person for this 3-day trip. So certainly coach on the train is very affordable. Now on the airline side of things, to compare, a one-way ticket from Grand Rapids, which is where we leave from, to Seattle, it was running about $200. So again, you can ride the train for 3 days for about $150, or you could take an airline flight, get there in about 6-7 hours and pay $200. You can ride premium economy on an airline for about the cost of the roomette, and you can fly first class on a airplane for about the cost of the bedroom. So it really is actually interesting how it all works out, that the bedroom's like first class, premium economy is kind of the roomette, and then coach to coach, the costs are within about $50 of each other. Well, Nancy, and it's not just money for money, then there's also some amenity differences. So.
Sure there are. So let's just talk about, if you are in coach on an airplane, you are going to get your peanuts and a bed and a soda
maybe.
and water.
Depends on the airline, yeah.
And coach here on a train, you get nothing in the way of food or beverages. So you're either going to have to bring your own water along, or a cup that you could fill up at the sink. They've got a cafe car where you could go and get a hot dog or little packaged sandwiches that they can just put in a microwave and heat up. And they've got drinks down there in the cafe car as well. So you've got that. You can also get into the dining car. You have to make a reservation for that, and then there's an additional cost for that. So,
and I think the meals run about anywhere from about $10 to about $30, depending on dinner, lunch, whatever. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, so that was coach, and that compared coach to the airplane to coach on the train. Now let's talk about the business class, which is what we consider ourselves in the roomette to be, is in more of a business class.
Economy comfort. Or,
premium comfort.
Premium economy.
Now in premium economy on the airplane, you're going to get maybe a little bit nicer snack. Now you're going to get your beverages. You get alcoholic beverages or a cocktail on a plane. And here in the roomette, we get, our meals are included. We get 1 alcoholic beverage at dinner time, so a glass of wine, or you had a Maker's on the rocks, so very simple beverage. We get sodas at meal times. Coffee is available for us in the morning, at any time in the morning, but then that goes away. Water is available, bottled water is available for us anytime here on the train. Now in first class on an airplane, you'll get a meal. If the flight is long enough or flies over a meal time, you're going to get again as many beverages as you want, and plenty of snacks there too. Here on the train, moving from a roomette to a bedroom, you're really not getting anything in addition, food or beverage wise. They do have bathrooms and showers in each room, whereas here for us on the roomette, we have to go to a community shower and bathroom.
Well, so that's the financial piece of it. That's the amenity piece of it. Well, let's get on into Seattle. Let's hope that our bags show up. And we'll give you our final wrap up and our ideas of taking a train 3 days across the country to go to our cruise. Seattle train station. It's beautiful. Okay. Right down here. Hey, I got mine. Hey, Nancy.
Yay.
There we go. "13-minute walk, mostly flat.
Perfect.
Half a mile." Well, that's our trip and arrival at Seattle's King Street Station. Stay tuned because we're going to be back here in a couple days taking the train up to Vancouver for our cruise.
Well, friends, we have made it here to Seattle. We took the half-mile walk uphill to the Arctic Hotel.
And in fact, you can see the polar bear behind us at the Arctic Club Hotel here.
We're going to be here for 3 nights, I believe, and then we're going to head on to Vancouver and catch our cruise, which I cannot wait.
Right. So our next video will show you all about Seattle. But before we get all finished up, we want to kind of give a wrap up of our whole Amtrak experience here. So Nancy, what was your favorite thing, pros, cons, things you liked, didn't like?
Well, my favorite thing, the scenery was beautiful. I really enjoyed seeing all of the scenery. I thought that was really nice. The food was excellent on the train. No complaints whatsoever about the food. The room was so small, so small, and the fact that we had to use a community bathroom. You will notice that yes, we are in the same clothes that we were in when we started this trip. So
we have 2 hours and we can check in our hotel room. That's going to change.
Shower. So that was really a con, but for a long trip like this, I'm so grateful that we had the Roomette and we were not in coach.
Right.
I'm so grateful for that because I wouldn't have probably gotten any sleep. And I did sleep. I slept good for 2 nights. So
I did
no
as well.
complaints there.
I would say about the same for me. The service was really good in the dining room. Our sleeping car attendant was really good. He did a great job. I would agree. The Roomette, you had to go outside the room to change your mind. It was so small. But it was during a non-holiday week, which this was Labor Day weekend. I certainly think the $500 additional for the bedroom, was worth it. And we did get a tour of the bedroom. So I think that would be certainly a worthwhile update.
Oh, that would.
But it wasn't worth
nice.
Twice the price this week. So it certainly wasn't. It's all a cost-benefit analysis. Would you do this again, this kind of trip?
Probably not. It was a long trip. But we're going to kind of do some of this in the RV, but we'd have the comfort of the RV that we just didn't have the comfort on the train.
Right, you're looking kind of out, I hate to say it, a dirty window, and you're seeing beautiful scenery go by. In the RV, you can just say, well, let's just stop here for the night.
Exactly.
And we actually did a quick cost analysis, and driving the RV from Grand Rapids to Washington one way actually would cost about the same as it did for this Roomette ticket on the, now maybe a little more if you have a lot of fancy meals or, depending on what you're doing, but at least fuel wise, the fuel was half the cost, and then you add on the other things. So from an RV perspective, it's a bit cost the same, and it would take a lot longer, but you'd see a lot more.
Right.
From an airplane perspective, like we said, I think at this point it was a novelty to take the train. I'm really glad we did it. We've both had a bucket list to it, but I'm with you. I think it's kind of a one and done. I just can't see investing 3 days on the train, when I can get there in 7 hours and then I can actually enjoy the city I'm going to, or I can stay with the grandkids a little longer before we leave, or so there's that time trade-off on the train that again, glad we did it, but I'm not sure I'd do it again.
Okay.
So, well, what did we miss? What are your favorite things? Have you taken the Amtrak? Leave a comment. Let us know what, help out the rest of the Phase 2 flock here in, your hints and tips. And if you're thinking about taking the Amtrak, let us know that too. And if you have any other questions, we can answer for you.
All right. We'll see you soon, friends. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye-bye.